What's up, guys? Welcome back to another PT23 stream, and I hope you guys are enjoying the start to your weekend. On this very early Friday evening, we are playing FC25 Newcastle United Manager Career Mode on the PT23 stream. Remember, I am just over halfway through Season 2 of this career mode, and I have been doing this career mode for about, I would say I've been doing this career mode for about 3 months, I would probably say. Maybe just less. Obviously, today, we will play on Legendary Mode Sliders Affair. This is a realistic and slow-paced career mode. I play 4 to 5 games a stream, and I'm only allowed to buy 2 players per season for realistic purposes. Of course, context, before this Newcastle United Manager career mode started, Newcastle United in real life hadn't won a trophy for 6 or 7 generations. In my first season of Newcastle United, I bought Luke Shaw and Karim Adeyemi from Dortmund and Man United, and only from that we were the best attack in the Premier League. Alexander Isak broke Erling Haaland's Premier League goal scoring record in the season by scoring 47 Premier League goals. With doing that, we won the Premier League season, just finishing ahead of Arsenal. Massive thing for this football club. And of course, we also won the Carabao Cup after beating Preston, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea and Man United in a very good run. We were knocked out the FA Cup first round to Tottenham on penalties though, and we were in no sort of Europe last season. This season, the season we are currently playing now, we obviously are in the Champions League after getting top 4, winning the Premier League, and I would like to win every trophy possible this season. So the 2 players I bought was Danny Carvajal, former Real Madrid player, to play right back, and James Maddison, former Tottenham player, to replace Joe Linton. We start the season pretty poorly, losing to City in the Community Shield and losing our first Premier League game to Aston Villa 2-0. However, from then on out, we did pretty well. Smashed Brentford and City 4-0, 2-1. Beat Ipswich 4-2 as expected. So what I'm trying to say is the Premier League is going very well. We are second in the Premier League, 5 points behind Aston Villa in first. Alexander Isak has got 30-something Premier League goals, the top scorer in the Premier League once again, racing for the Golden Boot once again, the best striker in Europe. In the Champions League, we went unbeaten in all 8 group stage matches. We won 5 and we drew 3. Started off by drawing against Galatasaray and Bayern, 1-1 in both games away from home. Tough games, but of course 2 points from the opening 2 isn't that good. But then luckily after that, we beat big teams like Sevilla 3-2, PSG 3-2, Inter 2-1, Midge 3-0, and Barcelona 5-2 to eventually help us push through to the round of 16. So, we are second in the Premier League, 5 points behind Aston Villa, and we are soon to be in the round of 16 of the Champions League. Where are we doing in our other 2 domestic competitions? Well, the Carabao Cup, we are in the final. We've had quite an easy run to get to the Carabao Cup final. We started off by beating Reading 5-1, absolutely smashed them. We then beat Middlesbrough 3-1 pretty comfortably. We then beat Bournemouth 3-2 after a late winner from Alexander Isak to send us through to the semi-finals. The semi-finals, which we completed last stream, wasn't easy. We beat Everton 1-0 in the first leg, thanks to an Alexander Isak 75-minute goal. But then the second leg wasn't easy at all. Of course, we went with a 1-0 advantage in the first leg. We started off, well, at half-time we were 2-1 up, which means we were 3-1 up at aggregate, but Everton scored 2 quick goals to put them 3-2 up in the game, and 3 all on aggregate in terms of scoreline. But in the 90th plus second minute, Anthony Gordon scored the crucial goal to draw the game level up 3-all and to send Newcastle United to the final of the Carabao Cup. So that's what you want, and obviously we have only played 1 game of the FA Cup so far. We got knocked out of the FA Cup the first round last season to Spurs. Well, this time we beat Fleetwood pretty comfortably 3-0. And the next game of the FA Cup is against Manchester City away from them at the Etihad. And it's actually our first game today. So, if you want to know where we are in every competition, we are in the final of the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup round 4, the round of 16 of the Champions League, and the final of the Carabao Cup, and 5 points behind Aston Villa in the Premier League. So what I'm trying to say is that every competition, every trophy is up to grabs for us, and we are in the mixing pot for every competition, meaning everything is up for grabs, which is why from this point of the season onwards, things have to be focused, things have to be perfect. This is where the big matches start coming in. We need to start focusing in the Premier League as well. Now, obviously, as the stream suggests, we have a big FA Cup game, which is the first game of the stream against Manchester City. I'm not sure if I'm playing the round of 16 of the Champions League yet. Not sure when that is. Not sure who we're going to draw in the Champions League round of 16. However, as the games stand for you at the moment, we are not playing the Carabao Cup final today. The Carabao Cup final will be played next stream against Liverpool. However, as things stand today, we will not be playing the Champions League round of 16. It looks like the 4 games we'll be playing today is an FA Cup game against Manchester City, round 4, probably the most important and biggest game. And then we will be playing 4 Premier League games, 3 of them away against Burnley, Palace and Spurs, and 1 at home against West Ham United. Those Premier League games we should be winning, because all these games are pretty important. Every game from now is important. We are behind in the title race by 5 points. That might not seem much, that's a big advantage, and of course, this FA Cup game's massive, because yes, I would like to win the Carabao Cup, and obviously we're challenging for the Premier and Champions League, but it's going to be very hard to win the Premier League and Champions League and the Carabao Cup. I want more than that. I want to win the FA Cup. So here we go, first match today. Sorry about me rambling. Newcastle United versus Manchester City. Isak is the Champions League top scorer as well, may I add. Now, the only reason I've done an absolute massive chunk of summary like this is because last time I did a proper Newcastle United manager career mode, it was 3 days ago, coming up to 4. So obviously, Manchester City's main spotlight player, Erling Haaland, who in the last 2 seasons has been smashed by Alexander Isak. He isn't the top scorer in the FA Cup, but that's not the point. Ryan George on. So here we go, as the team you see today is the team that will be starting the occasion. Obviously, we're playing away from him at the Etihad. Fun fact, we played Manchester City on 2 separate occasions last season, and we beat them both times. Alexander Isak scored a hat-trick in both those games. It was 4-2 and 3-2. Also, you have to remember that we have beaten Manchester City this season as well, 2-1. Isak with a goal in that. So, in our last 4 matches against City, we have won 3 and we lost 1. That loss coming in the Community Shield right at the start of the season. Well, obviously, yeah, so we are playing away from home. This is a big game. This is an FA Cup game. This is a massive game, of course. If we do go out the FA Cup, which will be a massive disappointment for the board, me and these players and these fans, it's not a massive deal, of course. We do have the Premier League, the Champions League, and the Carabao Cup to go to. So that's 3 massive trophies that if we won all 3, which would be historic, remarkable, unbelievable. Of course, I'd be very much happy with at least one of those trophies, let alone all 3 of them. But of course, the FA Cup is a big trophy, and I'd rather win the FA Cup than the Carabao Cup. So if we lose the Carabao Cup final, the Premier and Champions League are going to be hard to win. So we do need... This is the trophy to fall back on in the end, boys. This is a trophy that the small clubs, we aren't small, but don't mind us taking, and of course we have to be very much focused today. I think Manchester City's attack with Oscar Bob, Phil Foden and Erling Haaland is going to be a fast attack, going to be some good few balls. I think as this game goes on, the more tired we get, the more fatigued we get, more Manchester City will profit, not us, in terms of attack. I think City have quite a few goals in them today. I do think they look a bit more hungry this season in attack, but that same said to be with us. Be very tight and decisive on those wings. I think this is going to be a goal galore game. I think both teams are at least going to score 2 goals each. I don't think we're going to be able to keep a clean sheet here today. We have only kept 2 clean sheets away from home the whole season. Out of the 7 the board wants to do. We are so bad at keeping clean sheets. We have such a good defence, but sometimes it can be so inconsistent, which is why I bought Danny Carvajal at the start of the season. Just got to focus today, boys. Just got to focus. That's all I'm asking for. If it has to go to extra time, we try 100%. If it has to go to penalties, we try 100%. But I'd like to beat Manchester City in normal time. So here we go. Manchester City versus Newcastle United at the Etihad Stadium in the FA Cup round 4. Whoever wins this goes to the round of 16 of the FA Cup. And of course, Newcastle United were knocked out in the first round of the FA Cup last season, which did put me a bit under pressure until I won the Carabao Cup and Premier League. And of course, all things were fine after that, and was against Spurs on penalties. Last time we played at the Etihad, we beat City 3-2. That was all thanks to Alexander Isak's hat-trick, though. One of them was a penalty. This is Alexander Isak's favourite club to score against. Yes. 8 goals. Alexander Isak has got 8 goals against Manchester City in his last 4 appearances against them. 2 of them he scored hat-tricks in. So I think he'll be licking his lips today. A fine battle between him and Erling Haaland. But as the Manchester City tifo presents, they will fight till the end, and there's been such good games against Manchester City here so far. But this is a cup, not just a Premier League, so anything can happen. Newcastle needs to be on their toes today, boys. We certainly do. We certainly do. Isak will get us going. Danny Carvajal can feed in Gordon early on. And Gordon can roam. Gordon can twist. Isak early on. That would have been something. Maddison. Gordon with a hit. Well, City just under pressure a bit there early on. That's nice play from us, boys. I don't mind it at all. I do think maybe slightly indecisive on what to do on the attack there. Here's Jack Grealish against Botman, who's very strong, very nice. Is what I want to see from you early on. Here's Pope, a little chip up to Botman. That's very calm. Gamares, Tonali, Isak. Brilliant play from Newcastle. Adeyemi scampering. There it is! Well, how about it? Deja vu, it's uncanny. It's Alexander Isak on the score sheet against Manchester City. Yes, yes. Manchester City's chief in tormentor, teaser and haunter. Alexander Isak personally scores as a personally battle against the football club. What an attack. They were shredded up like paper, Manchester City. And that's how you start it. 7 minutes in, Newcastle 1, Manchester City 0. That's how to ram a few bullets down around a few throats here at the Etihad. And the empty had, like I like to call it, goes absolutely silent. You can hear a pin drop in here. What an attack from the Magpies. Brilliant, it's him again, it had to be. He scores the 9th time against Manchester City in his first 5 appearances. How brilliant is that? Grealish. Rodri. Haaland! Oh! Brushed the side netting. I mean, he hit that well. And that would have been an instant response from City. But what a goal! What a goal! I mean, Bruno Guimaraes and Adeyemi have brilliant link-up play. And Adeyemi just turns the jets on. And Isak, it may be a poacher's goal, but he's in the right place at the right time. He always is. And that's what thing I love about him. His goals aren't always fantastic. But if you're getting in the right position, he's at the right place, just like Erling Haaland was, then you get goals. Gamares. Oh, it just took too long. Took too long now. Here's Grealish. Haaland scampering in the middle! Brilliant save, Nick Pope. Brilliant reflexes, brilliant instruction to deny the beast. Boys! That's twice Haaland's got a free shot on wide. Who's marking him? Corner, and obviously both teams have good height advantage here. Gamares held on! And Nick Post tipped that over as it was shunted in. Oh, you better be marking Erling Haaland. I'll be so annoyed if he scores from the corner out of anything. Maddison, not quite. Silva, brilliant tackle. Isak can carry it some yards. Share. Botman. Now Shaw. Now Adeyemi. Gamares playing a 1-2. Adeyemi finding the captain. He's breezing! All the way through! Well, how's he nippled that through? That's a brilliant thread of the needle. 2-0. Captain Courageous strikes again. He always loves the cup atmosphere. He's always there for the big time. City are on the floor here. 2-0, 30 minutes in. How was Edison all the posts not kept that out? I don't care. Newcastle won't care how they go in. And we have a grip on the game. Did not expect that to go in. Guimaraes, who played that lovely 1-2 with Adeyemi for the build-up play. Finds the captain again. Adeyemi. Adeyemi! Isak away from him. Maddison! Shunted in. Adeyemi, Gordon coming in. He's offside in the end. Edison applied a palm anyway. Silva, Rodri. Silva. Botman too strong, too quick. Too good for Erling Haaland and City. Adeyemi, Isak who got... Guimaraes. Adeyemi chips it in. It's actually a poor cross from him in the end, Adeyemi, which I don't usually say. Botman stepping in and the ball is... Silva, Rodri. It's at the post! Very lucky Newcastle. Grealish, Silva, Haaland. Slovenio blocked. Slovenio, Haaland! Brilliant save, Pope. Newcastle just getting let on off the hook a few minutes before the half. Going into half-time 2-0 instead of 2-1 is massive. Watch Haaland, watch Haaland, watch Haaland, watch Haaland. Botman certainly did. Slovenio, Jack Grealish! What a save by Nick Pope. That's stunning. He's there when you need him, and that is stunning. Are you going to watch him this time, Botman? That's the question. Pope catches it. Well caught. Half-time. 2-0 to Newcastle. 2 goals in the opening 25. Shell-shocked Manchester City. And how vital that is for Newcastle United. I mean, both strange goals. The first goal, I mean, never in doubt, really. That's unstrange. Isak on the score sheet against Manchester City for the 9th time in 5 games, no surprise. But Bruno Guimaraes, who really will set the seal, how did he score from there? City have had chances off the post, a few saves from Pope, but in the end it's Newcastle United who go in the half 2-0 up. I'm gonna make 2 subs. I'm bringing Kieran Trippier. No, I'm bringing Joe Linton on for Botman. No, I'm bringing Sven Botman on for Joe Linton. And I'm bringing Tino Livramento on for Trippier. Just giving us defensive aspects. Boys, it's all about control now. If we get the next goal, we win. I think that's quite simple. If we get the next goal, we have definitely got this tie in the bag. If City get the first goal, this game's not over. I think that's obvious. I think that is obvious. Gordon charging. That's brilliant! Oh! That's majestic! Anthony Gordon dancing and tiptoeing round the back. And there's Isak, who tiptoes It's free! It's glory, glory, Magpies! City cannot cope. Newcastle can't stop scoring, 3-0. And he's there at the right time, at the right place again. 10 goals against one football club in less than 2 seasons. He is their nightmare. He is their absolute tribal chief, and Newcastle put themselves 1 foot in the FA Cup round of 16. What a performance against Manchester City. Anthony Gordon somehow, how did he do that? Anthony Gordon skips past about 4 Manchester City players like they aren't there. And of course, Isak's waiting. I did say that we do win now, because I said if we score a third we will win. I still think that, however, doesn't mean we can go and concede one a few minutes after we score the third, because then I guess you could almost argue the game is still on. Grealish, Haaland being totally congested. Haaland! What's Steve Livramento doing? How's he fucking got that in? Well, that is so poor. That is unbelievably poor. It is Erling Haaland. Stay humble. Stay humble. It's 3-1. They're back in the game, City. Well, what is Tino Livramento doing there? And Nick Pope, both to blame. I think more Tino Livramento. Good save from Pope. You have a chance to clear it and you don't. I do think Nick Pope has to be saving that. How has Haaland found the gap? How has he found the gap there? I mean, it's almost like Bruno Guimaraes' goal on the plate, but I do have to blame Tino Livramento. He has to be clearing that, and I unfortunately have to say this game isn't done yet, because I didn't expect to concede the next goal a few minutes after. No way. Oh, Haaland! Nick Pope denies him. Vital save. I bet Isak would have scored that. Diaz. Gordon. Well, like I said, as the game goes on, the more we tire, the more City prosper. Obviously, I think if we do get another goal now, we definitely win. I still think we have good control of this game here, but it's not complete control. Haaland just had a massive opportunity. Grealish. Rodri! Rodri's missed it! And thank God for Newcastle United. I mean, Carvajal, Gordon left in so much space. He's in for the hat-trick! Edison's on it, goal, Madison! Off the line. Tonali. Unbelievable. Omar Marmoush, Tivo Livramento. Hacks that one though. What a clearance off the line. That would have finished City off indefinitely. Tonali. Madison finds Gordon. Isak's in for the hat-trick, surely! He's done it! His third hat-trick against Manchester City! And Newcastle have forced their way through to the FA Cup round of 16. It's unbelievable. It's 3 deja vu goals. All from 5-10 yards out or less, all from tap-ins, but he won't care, and that'll be his last action as well. Give him a standing ovation. Look how joyful the away end are. Come on! City, shell-shocked, Newcastle United and Alexander Isak. I gave you your warning in my team meeting. I said about how many goals Alexander Isak has scored against City and how good Alexander Isak's been in the last 2 seasons. He is literally... It's outside, Oliver. It doesn't matter. How's it going to crawl in? Jesus Christ. Haaland using strength, Haaland using width. That one could have been awkward as well. Ollie, what are you doing? That can't come in. Silva. Haaland waiting in the box. De Bruyne, City do get one back with 9 minutes left. They are 2 goals behind, but you have to say, Alexander Isak is the best striker in the world. He has been for the last season and a half. He really is a brilliant player at this football club. Adeyemi lifts it up. Gordon back in. All the way through and wide. But, I mean, he just absolutely profits against Manchester City. I don't know what it is, but it's been a brilliant performance by all of you. Yes, we've been shaky at times in defence, but we are playing against some really good players out there tonight. And I think this is the 4th time in 5 games we've beaten Manchester City. And we will be dumping them out of the FA Cup. Omar Marmoush here. Haaland, brilliant save, Nick Pope. Absolutely brilliant save. And that's why he's done his job today. No clean sheet today, but I didn't expect that. Maddison can roll forward here. Gordon has spotted his partner, Karim Adeyemi. Just a few little flickers. Barnes. Barnes, beautiful. Beautiful. Almost perfect from Newcastle. That'll be full time. That's Newcastle United, who have once again beaten Manchester City on their backyard. Stay humble, Air. That's all I have to say. Stay humble. And we move on. We do move on to the round of 16 of the FA Cup after beating Fleetwood and City. So the round of 16 of the Champions League and FA Cup, final of the Carabao Cup, and 5 points off the Premier League leaders Aston Villa. So very good spot, and that is a massive game. I mean, we had some easy cup runs so far this season. Carabao Cup's been very easy. FA Cup first game against Fleetwood, but that is a tough game, and if we would have lost that, there would have been questions. But guess what? We didn't. And it's a very good win. For about 70 minutes that game, we deserved it. City, I felt like, could have came back into it when they were only 3-1 down. However, they did not. So it's the first game of the stream. It was arguably the most important game, and we win it 4-2. Sending us to the Carabao Cup round of 16. Now our next game is a Premier League game away at Selhurst Park. Second place Newcastle United. So as it stands, we will actually be playing another cup game today. If the Champions League round of 16 isn't, so my apologies, the Champions League round of 16 might not be until next stream. Next stream we will be playing the Champions League round of 16, the Carabao Cup final, and a league game against Spurs for definite. But it looks like today we'll have 3 Premier League games against West Ham, Burnley and Palace, and another cup game, the round of 16 of the FA Cup against Aston Villa, so you won't have to wait long for another FA Cup match. But of course, I did think I was going to play the Champions League round of 16 today. That may be wrong. You may have to wait until next stream to do that, along with the Carabao Cup final. Anyway, playing against Crystal Palace, we've only won 1 of the last 5 games. They've got a very decent attack. Can I tell you what happened last time I played at Selhurst Park? I believe it was 3-2, a late win from us. We are going with almost the exact same team that started against Manchester City, as they are fully fit. There is no excuse not to start our full team. This is our second game of the stream. I mean, next stream is going to be a banger. If the next stream is a Champions League round of 16, 2 legs, and a Carabao Cup final, it's going to be a banger. So here we go, obviously playing away from home at Selhurst. Not an easy atmosphere to play at, boys, but I do expect us to come out with the win today. We always struggle against Crystal Palace, and I'm not sure why, but I do think we should be winning. I mean, we exploited Manchester City really, really well. And yeah, I do think we should win. I mean, Crystal Palace are a decent team. I think they've got a decent attack, very fast pace, which is why I've left those two wingers on the pitch. But it has to be our win. Here we go, Selhurst Park playing away from our home today, and we always struggle against Crystal Palace. I'm not sure why. I think their attack overwhelms us sometimes. But here we go, Newcastle United stand 5 points behind the league leaders Aston Villa, who've had quite a good season. But Newcastle United aren't giving up yet, as they know they need to stop being inconsistent in the Premier League after their draw against Nottingham Forest last time out. They can't afford to drop too many points more, and they know that, and they need to hope Aston Villa drop so many points around the road, which I do think will happen. As an AI team, I just think we have to win all of our games, which hasn't been happening recently in the Premier League. We haven't lost many, but we've drawn quite a few. So we can't drop any more points in this league. It's a very good ball! Botman and Pope, and I was just talking about not conceding or dropping points. We almost conceded a goal to put us behind. Here's Botman, who has to charge that down. Cher, Carvajal, Madison. The captain plays it forward. Shaw. Adeyemi looks for his options. That's a very poor ball. It's gone all the way through for a goal kick. I don't know why he didn't play it to Isak, who's begging it down the middle. It's trademark ball, but it's a very climatic start. Good save by Pope early on. Correa, Cher just battling with him. And now we need to watch the runners, because he's got a few here. And that's way too easy to get it across! Boys, who's marking him there, though? It's so clear he's going to play that ball. Guimaraes. Go on, play him there. Nice. Nice. Forward, the numbers. Wait for him. There is Adeyemi. Guimaraes, who scored against Manchester City. Playing it down to Denali. Playing it down to Anthony Gordon. Nice play here by Newcastle United. You sense... I think might be... That's a corner, yet Moniz just battled with Danny Carvajal. Claps from both ends. It's a corner. James Madison to take. Not too many corners we've scored this season, you must admit! Adeyemi's header goes flashing through. And the reflexes of Henderson. Go on, Cher. Nice pressing from the centre-back. And he does need to get back now. Is James Madison, the midfielder, who does sweeping up after he took the corner. Tonali, that's slightly lucky, I'd say. Oh, he squared it! I think that profits us, actually. Botman, brilliant challenge. You must say, that is quite unbelievable defending. Madison, what a ball. Fizzed in to Isak. Actually, he pulls out the defenders. Green grass to Rome. Adeyemi, numbers lining up. It's Gordon! There's the finish that's been applied. Yes! What a blistering counter-attack. That's changed the pendulum on the game. Come on! Look at the numbers flooding through. White shirts corroding around the goal, and Crystal Palace couldn't get numbers back. And that's Newcastle at their very best. And Anthony Gordon, that's brilliant, getting the ball down to the wingers, as our football is. Fast play, getting numbers forward quicker, and we had many options there. And just after a decent chance from Palace, they wasted. Oh, here we go. Chance here for Palace. Harasleen cuts it back! And I have to say, another similar shot. Because it's straight at Pope, thank God. Guimaraes. Sure, Adeyemi might go for the captain, instead he might go for Isak, who's on his own for now. Play him now, it's brilliant! Gone! 2 instant goals! They're flying here, on the fire like a truck. Crystal Palace imploded. Yes! Newcastle United flying with the Magpies, they're enjoying this. Away from home, but cracking up the atmosphere and certainly silencing Selhurst Park. That's away. That's how you do it, boys. I'm very impressed. That's how you do it. You smell blood at 1-0. You quickly get that second. That's how you silence it. And Gordon's got both of them. Could have squared it to Isak easily to secure the certain goal, but no. He had the confidence to score himself. But there's a bit of a problem here. Shaw has to win that. Nick Pope away. Isak, who is dominant in the air, wins the header, but the header not his favourite. Botman needs to. Goalkeeper coming out, but Shaw gets there. Adeyemi, a little touch. As the ball rolls into Understall's hands. It's a very good half from Newcastle again. Or another 2-0 lead, just like we had against City. Tonali, Maddison 5 fizzed that in. The touch is very heavy from Gordon. That's a foul, ref! Ref! Thank you. Lama challenged. That is a foul. Yes, it's a heavy touch. It's lucky. I don't care. Nice, boys. Nice. We're just getting control of the game. Silencing this crowd, making them frustrated. Of course, we are 2-0 up, so I think I might just fizz this one in here. Guimaraes. Oh, my word. That is the worst free kick I have ever struck. I think that's my fault for trying something new. Botman does well to track back, though, and receive it. Shaw. Tonali. James Maddison fizzes it in. Gordon. Isak. We can smell a third here, maybe. Gordon wants the hat-trick. That's another heavy touch from Gordon. He doesn't get away with a foul this time. It's a corner. It's a corner. That's controversial. I don't think that would be a corner. Adeyemi! And that would have been good night. Carvajal. Sure, it's quite beautiful play. He just about keeps it in, Adeyemi, and he fizzes it up to Gordon! Header softly into Understall's hands. I would like a clean sheet away from him, boys, that's for sure, and I would like to make this slightly more comfortable. 5 minutes before the cusp of half-time. A very promising performance from Newcastle United, and like a nutshell, we win it back again. That's a brilliant ball from Sanjo Tonali. Carvalho not the tallest player, which is why he doesn't win it. There is numbers flying up here for Palace. Correa! Remarkable save. I don't know what Pope's doing there. Guimaraes, it's free kick to Newcastle. Guimaraes, Maddison! Isak's on! Oh, but he hits it the wrong side of Understall. And a begging chance for him. It's his first chance. In fact, he hasn't scored today. The Premier League top scorer by miles, but that's his first chance. And Newcastle United, just like the Manchester City game, going 2-0 up. A lot more comfortable, though. And it's looking like a good performance here. Boys, like I said, just control is key. Possession is key. And the third goal is vital. No sub needed, which is why I don't need a team talk because we're doing well. Here's Adeyemi. Guimaraes just snarling off him. He might find James Maddison. Maddison! Rocket. Understall. Nice pressure. That's what Newcastle like doing to teams. James Maddison's thumping header. Gordon. Well, I wanted Guimaraes to get space to shoot, but in the end, Palace do well to read it, but it's a wasted possession. Lads! That's just a simple ball out wide for Palace. They could have played that. We would have been in trouble. I'm so poor to let them. I mean, they. Oh, Botman as well there. Klein. Schär is there, but the time might not be done. Munoz had a swing. Pope expected to save it. Just focus, boys. Just calm down. Can't let those balls go out wide so easily like that. Uh-oh. Oh, Pope. Had to be careful and was. Oh, that's not good from Adeyemi. If he would have got that ball right, then maybe that would have been calls. Tonali doing well. It's Correa. Nice shot. Nice block. What a beautiful ball from Maddison to Adeyemi. Now is Isak. Options forward for Newcastle. Adeyemi. Guimaraes. It's shunted away. He hasn't had too many chances. The big number 14 we rely on so often. Yet there's a massive. Oh. Schär needs to get in the way of this. There's numbers. There's Schär. If Palace do get one, boys, you have to think they are certainly back in the game. Here is goal. Oh, look at that from Gordon. Is that Fabian Schär, the centre-back, coming forward? I think it is. Oh, he's retreated backwards now. I'm not sure what the point of that was. Madison. Still flooding forward here, Newcastle. Isaac. Gemares. Playing it through to Isaac! Oh, and Gordon just got a toe to it, but couldn't follow it in. I mean, if Isaac doesn't score today, I'll be quite surprised. Important save to keep Palace just about in the game. I think he has to finish that, though. Is Share losing out on the header? Not usually does that. Botman needs to mark his man well. Share had to get that, really. Denali. Carval's fizzer. Bounced off, luckily. And Gordon's away! Play it to him now! There he is! Oh, he's missed it. Oh my God, no, you have to score that. That is Alexander Isak's normal territory. He scored 3 goals against City exactly like that in the previous game, let alone all of his other goals. That has to go in and to finish the game. And now Palace have a massive opportunity. What a save! It'll be bounced back. It's 2 magnificent saves. Yes, it was lucky to let the ball break forward and find Gordon and Isak, but it still has to be a goal. Carvajal, Gordon racing again, deja vu, can he do it this time? He can! Newcastle sweep up Palace and the Eagles go into hibernation. That's how you do it, boys. Clinical finishing, fast-paced swiftiness. And as it stands, Newcastle United are definitely winning this game. It's a very good start to the stream, no droppages of Premier League points today. It's 3-0. That man, the Premier top scorer, does find himself on the score sheet after missing 2 or 3 decent chances today, which is unlike him. But the main thing is that Newcastle win. But they would like a clean sheet here, though. I would like a clean sheet, my only 3rd away from home this season, and it's something that the board would like me to do. It's never going to trouble Botman. Carvajal. He's done really well there. How's that a foul? Oh, is it a handball? I'm not sure. I'm going to get TV Livermore on the line anyway. I think he's going to fancy his shot here. That maybe he might not expect Nick Pope. He does, and I'm not sure where that whipped from Granny. Last, we've only kept 2 clean sheets away from him this season. The only one in the Premier League was against Nottingham Forest at the City ground. Of course, not the one we played against them recently. We battered them 4-0 in the previous game. Livramento tracking back. Just that little tip of the touch. It did really well for him in the end. Gordon, Isak, nice play. He might find him again here. Or maybe... Oh, Ali aiming. That's nice defending. It's throttled away. Not sure what that was from Luke Shaw. Haraslin. Still Haraslin. What a funded ball from Shaw, by the way. And Lerma gets that. We may actually get a clean sheet today, which would be very nice. I think we deserve one. I think so many often this season we get so close to getting a clean sheet, but right at the end of the game we can see the scrappy goal when we switch off because we know we've won. But I think we have to... Oh my God. Yeah, there we go. I thought that was going to be the moment where we popped the clean sheet, but no. Wins the throw in, Gordon. It will be the last. I think we've done really well today. Haven't struggled against Palace at all today. From the very start, you saw we had decent control. Is he on? He waited quite a while to play it. Isaac! Straight to Understall, doesn't matter, full time. 3-0. And it is a clean sheet away from home. 1 FA Cup win today and 1 Premier League game win. What a start to the stream. And Crystal Palace smashed 3-0. We've had such cruising control. That's what good teams do. That's what champions do, which we were last season. Obviously, we may be again this season, but that's what champions do. They get the goals early on, they smell bloods, they get a second, and then for most of the game, they just control it. They have more of the ball, they just stay compact in defence, play it around Palace, who get frustrated. Eventually, they get another one if they can, or not. They get a clean sheet. Of course, so many times this season we've done that, but conceded a goal later on, making it a bit nervy or possibly a clean sheet. But that game was a perfect example, and that's 2 really good games today. Our next game is against West Ham United, but this time, for the first time today, playing at St James's Park. Oh, look at that. Look how many players are in Team of the Week for Newcastle United. Right, so here we go. Let's see if the Champions League draw has been done yet. Oh, Bayern Leverkusen, I believe we are playing. Not sure if I saw that right. That's a decent team to play against. Yeah, okay, so the cry will be that we aren't playing the Champions League knockout today. That was a complete lie. That will be... So I was right, we have two big FA Cup games today, one against Manchester City, one against Aston Villa. But no, I'm completely lying. The next stream, which is probably the big stream, and probably a stream you want to tune into, next stream we will be playing the Champions League round of 16s and the Carabao Cup final. The 3 games left today is 2 decently easy Premier League games against West Ham and Burnley, you like to hope, and of course a very important FA Cup round of 16 against Aston Villa, just after soon playing the City game at the start of the stream. So 2 Prem games and FA Cup games, so I was right about the FA Cup games, but... Right, playing against West Ham at St James's Park. Now obviously they have a very strong and tall defenders. I'm not doubting that in the slightest. They are very, very good defenders. That does not mean we shouldn't win. So yeah. Here we go, playing at the Gallagher End, a stadium that always oozes passion, a stadium that thousands come and certainly have always been a ferocious and ambitious stadium that has ramped up these players. And of course in the last few years it has been even more louder as success beckons Newcastle. And of course a Premier League and a Carabao Cup last season seems to not be enough for Newcastle as they are aiming for all 4 trophies this season. We've still a Carabao Cup round of 16 today to play and 3 important Premier League games today and an important side to race. Newcastle would like to win this game. I think they should at home because Aston Villa are still 5 points above them after seeing that they won their game. So like I said, you can't win one and then lose another. Oh, by the way, can I just say, Kudus is going to be the main player today, obviously, if you couldn't tell already. He's an absolute beast. Botman's clearance, Tonali's toe poke, Guimaraes' ball in, and Kononowski on Adeyemi, that's for sure. He's up though. Oh, unlucky Adeyemi. I thought he just oozed off him. They've got a problem here, Newcastle. There's quite a few numbers coming here. Cher just doing well to find his teammate. Is Sancho to play him? Nice. I do sense some wing play going on here. Gordon. Oh, unlucky. Isak prowling. But that is a warning for West Ham of what Isak can do. Well, it's a massive opportunity, this. If they could have worked it, that is, and they couldn't. Carvajal. Gordon. Isak. That's another warning, and obviously he didn't have his best game against Palace. He scored, and obviously that's all that matters, really. But, oh my God, they're in here. Nice save, Pep. That's a very strong save. How reactive is that? Heading in the top corner. Focus! Why has he got so much space? No one's in 10 yards of him. It's a good save. It's strong. But yeah, there's a few warnings. That Isak's got it. Oh, Botman wins it. Maddison fails to clear. And that one just flies from Lucas Paquetá agonisingly. And I thought that was heading into the top corner. Nick Pope and Newcastle helpless. Look at that. Centimetres. He's going to place it rather than power. I think we all thought from experience that that was going to be hit with power. Obviously they've already had warnings with Isak so far. Maddison. Gordon. For once, Isak didn't get in front of his man on the header. Tonali. Gordon. Maddison. Adeyemi's cross! Gordon pestering Madison. Interested. Bruno Guimaraes might have a crack. And Madison. And defending all in the way. They have conceded a free kick on a very dangerous area though here, West Ham. And James Madison will have a try here. I'm not sure what the... Oh my word, that is right on the edge. That is about a yard out from the penalty spot. And of course, I believe it was probably a handball. I turned penalties off for handballs. So this is closest to the penalty spot as possible. This is the closest free kick you can get as possible. 11 kilometres an hour wind. And James Madison, if he gets this on target, I assure you this will fly in. Up he steps. Holds his breath. Oh. Just over the bar. Just not enough dip enough to Carl. And maybe, as he was so close, he didn't need to hit it so hard. The wall didn't even jump. Oh! So close for James Madison, who already has scored 2 free kick goals since joining Newcastle half a season ago. Out of the 6 goals he scored this season. It's a poor header from Cherky. Gordon, Isak might fancy a 1-2. Gordon in the middle, the captain. Adeyemi's chip! Madison chasing, Carvajal chasing. Madison placing it, lucky! Offside in the end, Isak, but it's very lucky. No, he doesn't deserve that. It's Brent Scabby, but if he would have stayed on side, would have been a goal actually. Gordon. Adeyemi. Isak using the strength here. It's another clearance. West Ham just soaking up pressure. And for the first time in quite a while, they have the ball. This man can profit on the ball. Paquetá. Carvajal. Madison. And now fast, rampant, flowing on the attack. What is that from Isak? I mean, he has to wait. He can't play that to Carvajal. He's not the better option out of the two, is he? He's never the better option. Kudus, always a threat, always a danger, always a menace. Always someone to be watched. Mikadine, Botman's there. Tonali helps it on. Madison looking for more. Carvajal and Gordon scampering directly away. Deja vu upon us. Isak waiting, is he on? Finishes! Was there any doubt in these adoring fans? Come on! He beats the badge and Newcastle United's nerves are being prickled and tickled there. But he puts a relief over these fans. He's there again. Hey, it always had to be him. So unstoppable, so unrapperable, so unmoving. Just always a brilliant player. And now Gordon wriggles away. Adeyemi can wriggle further. Isak can find more to comfort about. That header goes blazing over. But he's causing West Ham threat, a team who haven't won in the last 5 games, and it's a very good performance from us so far again. Botman, Madison, just like in the City game and the Palace game, when you're 1-0 up, when you're playing good, you need to try and smell blood and get that second. And West Ham all over the place here. Isak, not usually in that position. Oh, well, if he doesn't block that, it is a goal. Maybe should have squared it. That's poor from Carvajal. And West Ham, who haven't found too much joy in attack so far in this game, do have a attack. Cherky, if they equalise him, would be so annoyed. Wan-Bissaka, the right back. Botman does really well in the end. Gordon, Isak, look at Sandro Tonali, galloping forward! Here he is! There it is! On the cusp of the half! That's crucial! That's pivotal! Up, up and away! Hear the noise! And that's what you want to hear. 2-0, and look at that! The timing! Oh! But the composure! That style to finish it in that pressure moment is beautiful. The 3rd time today, we will be going into the second half 2-0 up. 2-0 up into the second half of a game for the 3rd time today. And that is the last kick of the half. Newcastle United, Bath in good display yet again, as they should. How good have they been today? That's the question. How good have they been? And of course, you may say this is a bit easy. Well, these games are games we should be winning. We said at the start of the stream, we should be winning. And that's exactly what we're doing. We should be winning these games. The only game today where I had doubt in my mind was the City game. Should be winning against West Ham, should be winning against Palace, should be winning against Burnley, should be winning against Villa. City, who were the only team I had doubt against, we beat. And obviously next stream when we play the Champions League round of 16 and the Carabao Cup final is when the real test comes in. Madison, Isaac chasing, Packet. Oh, luckily Cher filled in the gap for Paquetá. Filled in the gap. Like I said, we do need to go on a very good unbeaten run though in the Premier League. Otherwise Villa will be favoured. That is a free kick to Villa. Handball, no, West Ham handball from Cher. Can get out of the way of it. Yeah, we do have to win this. I don't want to make games nervy. I don't want to drop points late on. Which... Isaac! Oh no, the touch! He's still going though! Oh no, he ruined it. He did well to stride forward, but the last touch didn't favour him. Ryan Cherky. Is he a bit... Oh my word, it's in. West Ham peg a goal back. And it is Ryan Cherky who supplies... I mean, it was an obvious ball, but as Newcastle United had a chance to go 3-0 up, we instead concede a vital goal. And now this isn't so easy now as you thought it was. And now Cher bustling. And sure, even a draw would be quite bad against a team who haven't won in the last 5, and considering Villa 5 points above us, remember. Gamais. Gordon! Isaac! That's a beautiful taken goal. Rocket it in. And that's the goal. Hit powerfully and rocketed. That man again, seemingly predictable what was happening next. And the 2-goal lead has been retaken by that man. Who else? Do I need to keep saying his name? I run out of words for him. What a hero. What a man. Alexander Isak. Now here's Kudus. Ramping up in front of a few challenges. Botman's there. Madison's sliding in dangerously. There is a chance for West Ham. Cherky, and Pope was just backing up to scramble to that. Decent save. And there's Carvajal. And it's Pope who just grabs onto that. Pope, what is that? Don't be so sloppy, you got time. I don't even know where that's gone. I don't even know why he's gone there. Uh-oh. Here's Curtis. What a ball. Pope this time. Oh my God! Oh my God! What a poor error to give it away in. That's not what I want. What a save! To make up. Talk about redemption. Oh, what a ball as well. Talk about redemption. He gave the ball away. Could have cost us a goal. He saved it. And he's played a brilliant ball and distribution-wise to get Newcastle going. Isaac! What a hat-trick. Not yet. That would have finished off the game. Shaw winning it back. The right back. Madison! Madison came off his chest. Uragan came it, but he's not going to waste any time as West Ham need a goal soon. Cher, nice. Tonali, yeah, lovely. You see the gap, you see the gap. If I see the gap, you see it. Oh, Adeyemi, almost struck. Oh, ref! No, I will take the foul. I will take the advantage. Yellow card, thank you very much. Mohamed Kudus punished. Adeyemi got sent there. It is a free kick to Newcastle. Madison to take. Just get a header onto this. There's Adeyemi who went rising, but it's probably the someone you wouldn't want on that, seeing as he's not the tallest. Actually, not the best free kick in the end. Here is Paquetá. And with quarter of an hour left, West Ham can hunger for hope. Oh, that is dangerous. Quarter of an hour left, 3-2. The game is still on. It's really poor. It is really poor. I mean, Kudus. I saw him coming, but my question is, could we stop him? No. And West Ham United still in with a chance of making us drop points here. Not long left, that's for sure. Long enough, though. Order coming in, isn't it? Anderson wanted to set that out nicely, but Guimaraes! Gordon might fancy a tap in. Gordon Madison! And finished off the game. As it shows, West Ham still have a chance to race forward here. There is a danger. There is a threat. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh indeed. Dan Byrne has to block. What a save. That's vital in the title race, you have to think. 5 minutes to play. Botman coming off for Trippier. Has to. All decks on the line now. Defend with your lives. This is a title race that could be dented if we don't win here. Dan Byrne almost missed it. Trippier. Anywhere will do for sure, and that's fair enough. I mean, if we draw, we could go 7 points behind Villa, not 5. What a ball! What a save by Nick Pope! He just springed up, and that's crucial. He deserves his own standing ovation from the Newcastle fans, but they know it's not over yet. Nerve biting with 2 minutes to play and a corner. Nick Pope catches that really well, and he'll hold. Yes, he will. Or maybe he doesn't want to waste time. Maybe he wants Newcastle on the ball. There is 3 minutes of added time, and Newcastle can play keep ball. They can. Tonali, Isak! Saved. But that's it. That's it. Newcastle gets away with it. Newcastle win. Isak's brace after the early strike from Tonali, sorry. Does win it for us, and it was a nervy last 10 minutes. I think Pope made 2 crucial saves, and you feel how crucial could that be. 3 wins in a row, 2 in the Prem, 1 in the FA Cup. What a stream. And obviously Aston Villa are being really pressured now as Newcastle look to be back on ultimate form. Three wins, 2 Prem games and an FA Cup. That means we still stand 5 points behind Villa, but we're ramping up points, and I'm not sure if Villa lost their game. I'll have to see. Our next game is against Burnley, away from home at Turf Moor. Probably the easiest game of the stream. Obviously, the game after this will be an FA Cup round of 16 against Aston Villa at home after we beat City, but yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. We now stand only 3 points behind Aston Villa, so the gap has been closed. Villa have fumbled. That's a vital moment in this title race. Winning against West Ham, as it stood, Aston Villa could have still stood 5 points above us. If they won their game, they must have drawn, meaning only 3 points separate us and Villa in a courageous title race game with 12 games still left to go. So that's very good. That is very good. So here we go. Newcastle United playing away from home at Turf Moor against Burnley. Almost at the end of Feb now, of course. 2 more games left of the stream. I think Burnley is a game we should be beating. I think we're starting with the same team. I obviously try and rotate sometimes, but I think with the team on this form of every game coming more important as the other and the full team being fit, I have to start this. Obviously, we've won 3 games today, 2 Prem games and an FA Cup. If we win every single game today, you will see us win. 3 Premier League games, which will probably put us 3 points behind Villa. 2 FA Cup games, which has put us in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, and a Champions League first leg against Leverkusen, which would be good. But of course, at the end of the stream, no matter what, we will be in a Prem title race, and I hope, because obviously by the end of this stream, it looks like we will be in the FA Cup quarters, the Carabao Cup final, the Champions League round of 16, and the Prem title race. So after this stream is really when the season heats up fully. We should be beating Burnley here today. I think last time we actually played against Burnley at Turf Moor, it was a 2-2 draw. It was a massive droppages in points against Burnley last time. Medjugorje missed a massive chance to win at the end. Burnley were 2-1 up at half-time against us. It was very poor, and we couldn't get that third goal in the end in the second half after equalising, but hopefully that doesn't happen today, because this should be a game we should be winning. They caused a major upset by drawing to us last time. This should be a game we should be winning. It's a nice ball. It's a nice shot! Oh, that one's just a bit wide from Diego Lopez. And that's what it means. I mean, boys, you have to mark him better. I'm actually going to go long today against Burnley. Draws him out quicker. Makes more space for that man. Boys, remember, today, if Aston Villa somehow lose their game and we win, we do go top of the table, so this is our 4th game in the stream. If we win all 4, that'd be 3 Prem wins. That'd be quite good, wouldn't it? Uh-oh. 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 It's 4-star! Brilliant save by Nick Pope. Just scrambled across, and the twitch was efficient. Right, Carvajal, stop sleeping! Nice. Nice block. Medjugorje, who was just... Oh, my words. Oh, my words. That's another good piece of goalkeeping. Shah, Carvajal, Denali. Guimaraes can race it clear, but they're just facing a lot of pressure. The former champions, Medjugorje again! Medjugorje caused us problems last time we played Burnley. We somehow didn't beat them. Bueno. Medjugorje. Bueno. Oh my god, Botman doing really well. I mean, Pope says anywhere will do, but it's a poor header. Oh my word, Pope, get it! Jesus Christ, it was a goal. I think that's why he left it, but Burnley causing all the pressure early on here. Karim Adeyemi, little burst of pace, little burst of turning. That's quite something. Rolls it into Gordon. Missed Isak, didn't miss the captain. And that sweet, sweet volley just didn't connect with the power he required to much down the throat of Trafford as well, so it's a comfortable claim. Shad, a centre-back, coming out of his comfort zone to find Adeyemi. It's a poor... Oh, it's gone all the way there. And I think Botman's going to have to retreat here to Pope. What a ball from Nick Pope. Gordon. Oh, he's offside in the end. Fair enough. It'll be Burnley's free kick. I don't know how you're offside there as a winger, though. Starting from your keeper. You don't need to really... You need to. Madison. He's onside there, though, Gordon. Isak's onside as well! Barring down on Turf Moor. Oh, my word, he misses it. Unbelievably chance squandered. How? Oh, I think he just wraps his foot around it too much. He just can't evade it. But what a chance for that man. You have to score. For your quality. You're the best striker in the world and have been for ages, and you score every game you play. I don't know how many Premier League goals he's got. I've lost track. He's certainly beaten the record. He's definitely going to get the golden boot with so many months left to go. Even if he didn't score until the end of the season, which is obviously not going to happen, he still will win that golden boot in my opinion. Here's Diego Lopez, who had that early chance, who could burst forward here. Shao! Pope had to shunt to handle that. Focus! Why are we letting him get 3 shots away? I mean, every single time I've seen him on the ball, he back off until they get a shot. Not letting a team shoot. You can't always. Adi! Oh, it's a poor ball. Off of Isak. Power through. Carvajal turning on the burners! And Gordon! Couldn't miss! Could not miss! And that's a belter! A crunching belter to put Newcastle ahead. Look at that drive play from Danny Carvajal, who galloped down the pitch. That is noble piece of play from Newcastle. And we need at Turf Moor to silence that crowd, as we've had a very rough start here. I mean, you have to say, I mean, that piece of play from Danny Carvajal, who's only scored 1 goal this season, but he's been such a good crosser. And just wasn't selfish, just crossed it. Favoured Newcastle. Botman Slicing it, it's just sliced away in the end. Oi, oi, oi! Somebody have him. Somebody have him. Oh, it's Carvalhal's job. Maybe the high line didn't get away with it in the end. Danny Carvalhal, mate. Could say it's lucky, but I'd say it's good because he put enough pace on that to not be easy to intercept. Here is Adeyemi. Snarling, prowling, twisting, hoping, waiting. What a ball! Shunted away. Cher is in the way. His second goal would be quite ironic, seeing as the other 3 games has gone like that so far. Kamara's hitting it. Ported by Marta. Oi, 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 watch the man in the middle. Don't let him play that ball. Do not let him play it. Nice, nice. All right, they're retreating. Nice. Nice pressure. Just don't let him play the ball through the lines. Nice. Oh, well, you've let them do it there. There's the ball in the middle. I didn't want them to play, and they did play it, but it didn't favour anyone. It's a hopeless ball, and that better not result in something. This is the last kick of the half. Maybe salvation for Burnley. I hope not. Inviting. Burnley being invited. Carvalhal just... I mean, they're actually really trying to create something here, Burnley. They really are trying to create. They really are. Oh, my word. Whoa! Referee blows the half-time whistle after Burnley spent 20 seconds building up, moved it to the middle, and he thought that was it. But Newcastle lead a tighter 1-0 in this game. Anthony Gordon's goal. Can I just show you that goal again? I mean, obviously the last 3 games we've gone 2-0 up at this point, but I just want to show you that noble piece of galloping play from Danny Carver and the positioning from the Newcastle United players to get that first goal. I really think that's such a special first goal. If it lets me play it. Let me show you that again. Look at that from Anthony Gordon, just twisting after that 1-2 cover. Look at the positions. Look, look. You look at the numbers. You've got Karim Adeyemi, a gap there through the middle of the pitch. He can play that ball. He's drawing out Burnley's left man. You've got Isak drawing in those two. Look at the space Carver has. That's what decoy runs does to you. Draws off place. Look at that space for Danny Carver, and Anthony Gordon does well. Now here, look. Look. Now, Burnley's got 3 players to deal with. Maddison, Gordon, Isak. Isak in the middle. Play those two bits. This man here. So look, he's hesitant to mark Maddison or Isak step back across. It's this touch here. And he leaves his man. And then look at Gordon coming in. Just starts here. And you think, well, yeah, he's going to shoot. No, that means they leave Gordon in space, and it's just a really good goal. Second half needs to be won by us, of course. Now, at this point in the Burnley game against Turfmoor last time, we were losing. Gordon. Adeyemi twisting, gets it back! Oh. Well, it's a dangerous header. He's got slightly injured from that, but it has to be in. I mean, the header just evades the goal completely. Well, boys, I think this is going to be... I didn't expect this game to be that tight. I mean, we probably should be 2 up. Nice, Gordon. Oh, unlucky. Oh, maybe not. Maddison does really well. That's quite beautiful. Gordon still going, defending, very strong, very patient. I think Gordon has to cross that in first time now, or maybe turn as he usually does. I think that was the wrong option to keep on blasting down the wing. James Trafford, former United player. Nice Carvajal, he predicted it. He predicted it alright, and he hits it back again. He might go on another run here. This time he turns, Gordon! Well, that was a brilliant, that's deja vu from Carvajal, his Botman. Losing his man here, Botman, and he has to be awfully careful. Still going! I mean, I don't know. I'm a bit disappointed at how easy that was. Carvajal. Oh, my word. Beautiful. 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 Still going. Still going. Still going. Still going! Oh my word. I mean, he has to play that ball, yes. I understand it's greedy. It could be seen as selfish. I see it as quality. You're not going to pass it through to Isak every single time you get the chance to. You're going to take it on. And I think probably knowing Isak is... I mean, you could say he might be furious with him, Isak, as he knows that he could have easily passed it and gotten almost a certain goal. But he also knows, Isak, how many he's scored this season and that we are winning. It might not matter anyway because Gordon sees Tonali scampering! That's beautiful! Placed perfectly! It's a real settler and it's dancing. It's party time for Newcastle and that just puts a sigh of relief around the way end. And that is beautiful. Yes, come on. That's how you do it. That's what I want to see. United! Still in this game, Burnley, but barely. I don't see him getting 2 goals out the blue. Here's Luke Shaw playing it. I could see Newcastle getting another though as Gordon strives on. Maddison, brings light, brings direction, brings pace. With Gordon in front of him is Medri who forces it back. It looks like this is going to be Newcastle's 4th win in the row today, our 3rd Premier League win in a row, and it could be another clean sheet today. I don't want to jinx it, but be our 4th clean sheet this season. That would be nice, but obviously it might not happen. Nice save, Nick Pope. Just had to be careful, had to be wary at the near post. I mean, he's furious, and I would be as well if we weren't winning. Look, what's Shag doing? Is he Humpty Dumpty? Is he on the drug? What's he doing? Can I be honest? What's he doing? Lopez has had 5 shots, by the way. Damara is just... Oh, that's beautiful. And... Oh my word, he's let him run all the way. I think he might see Gordon. Oh my word, I mean... I think the cross was very poor from Damara's. Treasure, Burniest. Oh my word. Well, need to be careful here. Newcastle, they want the clean sheet! And they want the win, by the way, as well, may I add. This game isn't over yet. Shan needs to win it! What a save! How's he done that? Just instincts? I don't know. Who cares? It's saved. Carvajal. Gordon scampering direct. Nobody can catch him from here. Nobody can catch him from here! Trey! Oh, solo Gordon. Spectacular Gordon. Brilliant Newcastle. 3-0. He just is he's a motorbike. Just a burst of an engine. And Newcastle have sped away on the engines here. And that is certain. They've got all 3 points in the bag. And mighty pressure on Villa now, who only are 3 points up at the start today. I don't know how their game's going at the moment. Here's Gordon again. Gordon again! It's 4! Here comes Newcastle. Here comes Anthony Gordon. A shining light. A pacer. A real menace, gliding and twisting through the Burnley defence like they're not there. It's a similar goal. It's Newcastle's 4th. It's party time now. It's 5-a-side stuff. Open the can, turn on the music. As Newcastle are getting closer to going top of the league for the first time this season. Adeyemi challenging. What a performance again. These 4 games today are games we should be winning. We should be winning against West Ham at home. We should be winning against Palace away. We should be winning against West Ham at home. But this is football. Anything can happen. It doesn't matter what you expect. Teams put up a fight, and we've won all 3 today. Of course, the FA Cup game against City we've won all, but we've won all games in style. I mean, 5-2. Oh, here he goes again. Here he goes for a hat-trick. Surely not the hat-trick. It is! He is having the time of his life. And so are these 3 flying magpies. Boom, boom. Yes. Glorious, glorious goals galore. And I said it could be goals galore. It is. Isak's smart play. And Gordon, wow, he's having the time of his life. His 3rd hat-trick for Newcastle. And as I said, we've done it in style. We've beaten Palace. We beat Palace by 3 goals. We beat Burnley by 5 goals now. We beat City by 2. We were 3 up at one point, and we beat West Ham by 1. It's been good. It's been really good. And obviously I would like a clean sheet to end off today. That would be 2 clean sheets today. Well, how good would that be, realistically? Away from home as well. Opportunity, no clean sheet, no clean sheet. Burnley do score, Turf will have a goal to celebrate. I mean, I told you it's what we do. A goal conceded later on ruins the ultimate clean sheet reward, but I'm sure that'll be the least of our worries in football. Trezor. Full time. Newcastle win their 4th game in a row. 3 Prem wins since that nervy drop of points against Forest. And that is crucial. 4 wins. Wow. Wow. We have actually won the games we should be winning as well. Well, according to what I think, we have 1 more game left to stream as an absolute rare stretch too. But of course, we have a FA Cup round of 16 here against Aston Villa. We've won 4 games today, 3 Prem games, and obviously an FA Cup round 4 against City. Well, deja vu, we're playing another FA Cup game here. Obviously, this team isn't as good as Manchester City, so realistically, as our form recently, we should be putting a battle. Now, obviously, I think this will be my last game of the stream. I'm not sure. I may be able to play the first rounds of the Champions League round of 16 against Leverkusen away from home. But as it stands at the moment, this will be my last and final 5th game. This is to make it 5 wins in 5 to end the stream with 3 Prem wins and 2 FA Cup wins to send us from round 4 to the quarterfinals. There is a quarterfinal grab and smash up to place, and that would put Newcastle in a glorious position for next stream. We would put them in a Carabao Cup final, an FA Cup quarter, good places in the Prem and Champions League as well. This is a vital game. This is a game we should be winning. It's probably our 2nd hardest game of the day. This team's harder than West Ham, Burnley and Palace, but still need to be focusing, still need to be ready. This is the FA Cup, of course, and strange things can happen. Yes, it can. Well, playing in front of our glorious home fans yet again. It's a rare rainy night here, but it is still, I mean, Newcastle are in fine mood. I mean, everything that could be going well for them this season, every competition they're in is going well. But of course, you need to get the job done today. I mean, Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal are only the last 3 big beaters left in this competition. And 90 minutes away from a quarter-final, I believe. Might be the round of 16, but is Donyell Malen, former Dortmund man. Donyell Malen just in bursting pace. Marcus Rashford is asking politely for it in the middle. Carvajal, it's very lucky. Anthony Gordon just injecting a bit of pace, a bit of power, a bit of pace. Nana, very strong. Likewise with our midfield, just gets the ball. Rodgers. Rashford. Rodgers. Donyell Malen twisting. That's too easy. Aston Villa lead. Can't say. I mean, how easy is that? Focus, boys. Stick to your football. How has he done that? Look at this. Look at this. What's Fabian Schär doing? It's so easy. It's just a little turn of pace. It's simple football. He hasn't even done any fancy skills. It's a one-on-one. It's a simple turn. He doesn't track him. He doesn't get tight enough to him. You either get tight enough to him, or you don't just back off him and wait to turn. It's so slow, so immobile, it's so poor. And Newcastle United, for the first time today, go behind in a game. And it's inside the first 10 minutes. A shock in the FA Cup by Donyell Malen. Oh my word. I mean, I didn't expect that. Oh my word. What is Sandro Tonali doing? That's sloppy. And I don't think we've gotten going yet in the opening 10 minutes, have we? Certainly Aston Villa have. This wouldn't be the game to lose. Ramsey, Botman, Carvajal. Well, there's no time for panic. Newcastle's been in this position many times before and came back very well. Sven Botman, the centre-back, powering forward here. Amy! Oh, he can't do much of that, Isaac, can he? He really can't do much of that. He's just turning and backing up, and in the end, maybe he wanted it a bit later, so he could have fancied the volley, but first chance for him. Aston Villa, by the way, boys, are the Premier League leading scorers. No, are the Premier League leading team. They lead the Premier League. I almost forgot about that. Aston Villa lead the Premier League right now. They are the best team in the Premier League so far this season, according to statistics. Obviously, we're very close to them. But, yes, they may not be Manchester City or Liverpool, or they may not be a team that is absolutely worrying, but they are a very good team as they lead the Premier League, as I said. Marlon going through, good save. So we do need to be careful. This isn't an easy team, boys, as you may think. It is it's a team that are leading the Premier League as we speak. I can't believe I forgot that going into this game. They lead the flipping Premier League, of course. That's what we've been aiming to. No wonder. I mean, last time we played Aston Villa, we lost 2-0. 2-0, boys. I mean, it was a very easy game for Villa. And it was very poor from us, so this is actually a game that we would like to win. What a save! Vital save. Well, Aston Villa, I think they're still going to win the Prem over Villa, but if they did win the Prem, Villa, at least we can knock them out the FA Cup. We haven't been at our best though, have we? I mean, I don't think our fans are enjoying this, and I'm not surprised if they're not. It's so poor. I mean, look at this. It's so rampant, Villa. That may be two. It's a brilliant save. Eyeball to eyeball, you could argue. Marlon blocked. Rogers, I think Shaw got a vital flick. Isaac. This isn't... You feel as it's going to be another game like the Premier League where they win. Gordon. Wait, I mean, we almost gifted the ball to them there. No conviction, no effort, no simplicity, no good decision making, no conviction. Ramsey. Marlon. Gordon. Oh my word, it was Fabian Schär. I'm finding our performance so far really poor though. Like, we're almost halfway in, we're 1-0 down, we haven't showed anything. A few good, decent moves, but nothing to get excited about for this crowd, which is why they seem slightly more flat today, and I'm not just saying that, just for effects. They are quieter today, this crowd, and no wonder why. They've seen such a poor performance in this team. No way they're scoring from there. Marlon! Blocked! Opportunity! Saved! Looking for anything to give them positive signs going into half-time. That might be more than positive. Where's he going? Gimrice's touch evades him. That was the half-time 1-0 Villa. Well, yes, I know the space between us and Villa in the Premier League is very close, but the Premier League leaders are beating Newcastle United yet again, this time in the FA Cup, and they really are trying to beat us down. I mean, it looks very comfortable for them. They're having chances. We're not having any. I'm bringing Tivo Livramento on. I'm not liking what Botman's doing, by the way. I mean, Newcastle need a change in Mento. They need something special. I mean, when Anthony Gordon's losing a foot race to Kamara, you know the game. You know there's something wrong already. Donya Marlin. I don't know where he's going. Adiemi, oh my word. Donya Marlin. Oh, what a header. Good save though. Wow, we haven't scored against Villa in a game and a half if you think about the Premier League game we played against them. Is Adiemi trying to create something? He's the captain! There it is! Salvation in the cup! And they sprint away, gift to the gods! This ain't the Premier League, Aston Villa. No, it's not. Holds off the challenge, so simple. And finally something to get off their seats about. 1-0, and that's what happens. One thing Aston Villa don't do, that Newcastle do. They don't go 2-0 up. They don't, when they smell blood, they don't take it. Aston Villa were 1-0 ahead for so long, but they did not take a chance to go 2-0 up. That's costed them ultimately. Oh my word, it's hit the post all the way through! I mean, I have to say, that is the worst luck. Anything. Why from Thuram? This game's opened up quite a bit now. Gamares. Oh, Adiemi just went too far. "25 minutes. There could be extra time. There could be penalties. There could be late drama. There could be heartbreak. But just stay tuned because there's still a decent amount of normal time left. And don't go anywhere. Because it's only 1-1. And this is... Nice from Tino Livramento, had to get in the way. Dan Burn coming off for Fabian Schär. We haven't seen him in a while. It's a corner. Oh, this looks to be the hardest game of the day. This is a vital game. Madison's lost it. Opportunity! Nick Pope saw through a crowd. Saw it late. Doesn't matter. Good save. Watch Thuram. Watch Thuram. Oh, I see him. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. He looked deadly. What a save! Nick Pope rised. Oi. Oh, fancy him this time, though, Livramento, yeah? That's such a poor... Bun, Tonali, Livramento, and... Wow, what a tackle. Daniel Marlin. Brilliant save. I mean, they're just throwing everything at it, Villa. Quarter of an hour left. Goal kick. I mean, Aston Villa have had chance after chance. They've only taken one. And if anything, no matter how this game's ends, you have to feel that Newcastle have to blame themselves if they don't go through, because Aston Villa have squandered chances. We haven't created many of ourselves. He's in here! It only takes one big chance. Wins the throw in Adeyemi. 10 minutes left. A goal would send this ground crazy. A goal would mean quite a lot for this crowd. Carvajal. This could be going to extra time. Probably will be, due to the fact that Newcastle United have had the ball for centuries and then given it away. Decently big error that though. Boniface to win it. Corner. This will be the last kick. This will be forced to extra time unless Villa score here. It's been header high from Pulser. Full time. And it will be going to extra time. The first extra time I've had to go in for quite a while since the Arsenal quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup more than a year ago. I mean, they just haven't created enough chances, Newcastle United, and in the end they will be... I mean, Aston Villa have missed plenty. Newcastle haven't made much. I mean, one team not making enough chances, one team not taking their chances. Isak throttling forward. Adeyemi, Isak! What a chance that Martinez saves. Carvajal. Oh, he aimed off the icy. Carvajal's cross! This could go either ways. I can't tell who's going to win. I really can't. I don't want it to go to penalties, I don't. I mean, yes, we're good on penalties, but that's not the point. Isak coming in! I mean, the ball... I mean, I couldn't have played it any earlier, so when I say I played too late, I don't think I mean that. Carvajal's error. Sadio Mane. No, he played for Villa. In this game, of course. He don't play for Villa in real life, I know that. Gamares. Told you. Just not creating enough chance. Hold on a minute. Gamares! Oh. Coming up to half-time of injury time. Newcastle have been the better team in this half. But... nothing's happening for Newcastle. Still 1-1, and no team has scored since the 50th minute. I mean, it's been really lacklustre, boys. I don't want to have to go to penalties to do this. I hope you guys realise that. We need a saviour. I mean, we've looked better in extra time, but the point is, like, just like normal time. I mean, Villa, they're such a good defending team. That's the reason they beat us in the Premier League, and that's in the first game of the season. Not because their attack was so good, because they probably have the best defence in the league. Well, it looks like it anyway. No way that they don't. Tell me they don't. Gamares. Newcastle. Isak! That's it! That's the goal! That is the saviour! And what a man to do! If you had to pick somebody to score a winner, it's that man! Finally, the final touch of the pouncer. Finally, the poke of the boot has given Newcastle Brilliant pendulum. Bedlam at St James's Park. And with just over 10 minutes. How long ago? Carvalho's there. I'll be back in a sec, guys. I'll be back in a sec. Right now, my apologies. I had to go to have my dinner, so I was gone for about just over 10 minutes. As we stand, we are in the round of 16 of the FA Cup. We are winning 2-1 against Aston Villa at home with 7 minutes left of extra time. Alexander Isak scored. Let's get back into focus. So it was Alexander Isak's beauty, which may help us win. Burn is there. Shaw had to meet it. And Adeyemi can watch it go the other way. Tonali, they've got numbers here, Newcastle. Oh, that's so poor. Oh, thank God he's won it back. Very nice. Shaw. Tonali. Just playing keep ball here, Newcastle. That's the best thing to do. Oh, my word, he's giving it away. Oh, my word. Ram. No! No! Oh my God, with a minute left. No! It's going to penalties. It's going to penalties. It's going to penalties. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. With 1 minute left, Sadio Mane scored 2-2 and a dreaded penalty shootout. It has gone the distance. Oh, it certainly has gone the distance. And the last game of the stream, the FA Cup round of 16 will be decided on the dreaded penalties. Boys, we do have, in terms of accuracy, the better penalty takers. And we have won our last 2 out of 2 penalty shootouts we have taken. That is not the point. Penalty is a lottery. I mean, I can't believe it. You were so close. Isak's goal should have been enough. You hadn't have conceded since the 9th minute, and you conceded right at the death. 120th minute. Such poor from Dan Burn. It was Dan Burn who lost the ball to Thuram. And then it was him who didn't track Sadio Mane's simple run right at the death. It's only our fault if we lose this, boys. Not good enough in the first half. In the second half, not good enough, and obviously not enough chances created. And of course, conceding right at the end after playing so well is so poor. But this is for the FA Cup quarters, and we will add fight. We will be passionate, and I said we will fight to the end. It's a penalty shootout. Newcastle first. Gordon to take. He's gone top left. He's missed it. He's missed it. Jesus Panenka. Goodness me. Maddison, throat down the middle. I still can't believe it. It's Boniface. He saved it! He saved it. Adeyemi thunders it! Sadio Mane's done. Nice penalty. Nice penalty. Sandro Tonali won the penalty shot against Arsenal last season. Scores that one. 3-2. Swings back to Aston Villa. It's Chavez. Sends him the wrong way. Newcastle United have to score this. It's in from Guimaraes. If Nick Pope saves this, Newcastle go through. The pressure, the nerves for number 44, Kamara. Go on, Nick Pope. Save this. And make yourself a name. Kamara. He's saving! The noise, the glory. And a penalty shootout win for Newcastle. There's the hero. There's to make a name for yourself. You don't do Panenkas against him. He will save it. Yes! We've done it again in a cup competition. We've won on penalties. Kamara's fatal turn to miss. Nick Pope made a name. He just didn't buy it. He just didn't fancy it. And the lottery ticket has swung Newcastle's way. What a relief after conceding the 120th minute after we thought we had won it. Such a fight against the Premier League leaders, but we have dumped them out the FA Cup. Yes! And we are through to the quarterfinals. Ole, ole, ole. Ole, ole, ole. Well, Izaki was subbed off for Joelinton. Joelinton missed his penalty, but thank God we drawed it back. And we have won all 5 games today. We won 3 Premier League games and 2 FA Cup games, winning against Manchester City 4-2 and Aston Villa very late on. Goals to send it to penalties and a win on penalty sends us to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. And 3 wins in the Premier League sends us only 3 points behind Aston Villa in a thrilling title race. What does that mean? That means we are on the final of the Carabao Cup, quarterfinals of the FA Cup, Champions League round of 16, and 3 points behind Villa in the Prem. Next stream, we'll be playing the Carabao Cup finals, the Champions League round of 16, and a few important games in the Prem. But what a stream! This is not my last stream today. This is one of 2 streams today. A fortnight stream will be in about 4 hours' time. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you want to see some more FC25 Newcastle United Manager Career Mode, come back on probably Sunday or Monday. Love you all. Have a good rest of your evening. See you guys later. Goodbye, guys. But what a win. What a win on penalties. I thought I bottled it at the last second, but no. Penalties won.